Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MTGO Traders. I have a hat today because I'm having a bad hair day. And let's talk about the Ultimate Masters, the new set from Wizards of the Coast. It's super interesting. Alright, so to get kind of the information out of the way, let's go to the article real quick. They just did a live stream, and I'll kind of probably interject some stuff within the live stream during this as well, whenever they start opening the packs and stuff like that for the box topper. But let's go to this real quick and talk about announcing Ultimate Masters. And of course, it's releasing on December 7th. That's the same day for paper and online. So definitely want to keep that in mind. There's gonna be 254 cards in the packs, or in the box. There's 254 cards in the set. Sorry, 254 cards in the set. 24 packs per box. There we go. There we go. What are words? I'm lost here. 15 cards, booster packs, 1 premium foil, so just like any other Masters. English and Japanese languages only. 1 ultimate box topper per box, which is if you buy a box, it'll have an extra pack on top of it with a extra card, which is cool. The MSRP of this is $335.76 per box. You heard that right. That's legitimately insane. Holy cow. It's also $34 per 3-pack blister pack, and the blister packs are the same things that were used, I think, during the other master sets that came out that nobody liked. I can't remember the names of them now. They're so forgettable. But those will be sold in like Target, Walmart, those kind of things. So they're kind of doing like 2 different things here, where you can definitely buy a box at your local game store, or you can buy the blister packs at Target, Walmart, that kind of stuff. And MSRP only applies to United States only. Limited supply, of course. Yeah. Additionally, Ultimate Masters will be available on Magic Online starting December 7th. Yep. For $6.99 per pack. So also not redeemable. So yeah, we're going to talk about all the things going on with this. The box topper is the coolest thing, I would say, for the boxes. If you buy a box from your local game store, you're giving an ultimate box topper, and we'll kind of talk about those types of cards in a moment. But there's 40 different cards in the set that basically all the mythics in the set that can be a box topper, but they don't have to be mythics. They can be whatever they want them to be, mostly rares, but mostly mythics. Liliana the Veil, here's one here. It shows as an example. So they kind of have this like basically like copy paste, like just expanded art that goes over the black border here. It doesn't even fill up the entire border, if you can see this. It just fills up just the sides here. So I'm kind of thinking the reason they did this was for like 2 reasons. One, they probably didn't have all the art for all the old cards, so they couldn't do like a full borderless thing like they did with the Planeswalker cards. And 2, they want to differentiate themselves from the Planeswalker cards instead of just being what those were, which I guess makes sense. That's fine, but it's still kind of weird. Yeah, this set of 40 box topper cards include extended art versions of some of Magic's most popular cards. And of course, all of the cards are down here. And we'll get into that. This is what the Ultimate Masters box looks like if you buy it or see it at your local game store. I thought this was a Chalice of the Void, but apparently it is a Dig Through Time. So we're thinking that Dig Through Time is going to be in the set as well. They haven't gone over all of those cards. The preview season will only be 2 days this time, which means it'll only be, I think it's the Monday and Tuesday of the week of Thanksgiving, so about 2 weeks from now. And then on Wednesday, all the cards will go live on an image gallery on their website for us to look at. So very cool. So let's go over the all the different cards here. We've got Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. So this is just what it looks like normally in the set, and the box topper looks like this. So again, it's just like they're taking the art and they're just kind of like expanding it a little bit. They're taking away the flavor text, and some of them they're centering the text. Some of them they're not, but some of them they are. So if it's like 2 or 3 lines, they're usually going to center them. But if it's like 3, 4, or 5 lines, or it has like multiple kind of effects on it, then they're just going to left align, which is a little strange to me. I feel like they could probably do a little more uniform there, but whatever. So moving on, we've got Stirring Wildwood. So all the man lands from the Zendikar lands are Worldwake lands. They're all here, which is super interesting. So some of them are really good hits, like, you know, Celestial Colonnade, Raging Ravine, and some of them are Stirring Wildwood, and they're okay. And of course, that's what it looks like larger. Raging Ravine, again, we just talked about that. So it looks really cool with the wider art. Again, they're just kind of just not even making it the full art. They're just making it the expanded art with like kind of like, I don't know, what would you say, gradient fade edges on the sides there. And again, the ones that look like this will be in the box topper. Next up here, we have Lava Coil Reaches. Again, manland that nobody really uses, but interesting. Caracas is another card in here. Very cool. This is banned in Commander, I believe. Very nice when it's expanded as well. And of course, you'll notice all the legendary stuff has the new legendary frame too from the Dominaria stuff. So very cool there. Dark Depths is another card that's on here. New art. Looks amazing. And yeah, I really love this card. So Creeping Tar Pit, another man land for us. Another card that's actually, we kind of see some play, but not a lot. Celestial Colonnade is the main man land here that sees a ton of play, and we'll definitely see a lot of play. It's very interesting to me, though, that this is one of the few cards where the art itself actually does not expand, it just widens. So, again, some of these times, like this right here was a card that the art had to, you know, be expanded. But in Celestial Colonnade, the frame just kind of slightly adjusts. You'll notice that. And I'm not really sure, again, what the reason behind this is. I'm assuming it's like a logistical reason where they just didn't have all of the like art for these cards. And so they kind of just did what they could with the high-res like final pieces they have. However, I'm assuming like this one right here, that was the final piece at that dimension, and there wasn't any extra. Whereas Celestial Colonnade, they probably cropped a little bit for the final piece, and they had a little bit extra to work with for this one. Something like that. Not really sure exactly. Cavern of Souls here. Fantastic to see this in the Ultimate Masters. And of course, this one just gets expanded as well. Ancient Tomb, very interesting card to see in here as well, getting it expanded as well. Platinum Empyrean, very cool there, and getting expanded as well. Then you have a Mana Vault, which is super nice. So a lot of the cards in here, I believe, out of the 10 most expensive cards in Modern, like the Modern format overall, 7 of them are in the box toppers right here that we just got shown. So very cool to know that. Engineered Explosive, another amazing card for the Modern format, getting a cool expanded art box topper thing. So again, all of these have the expanded box topper thing. So Kitchen Sphinx here. I would feel bad though, because Kitchen Sphinx is an uncommon and in the set, and is definitely getting a box topper effect here, which is nice. But at the same time, I would have liked it to be something else instead of Kitchen Sphinx. I like Kitchen Sphinx. It's a good card, but at the same time, you know, it's uncommon, not a rare or mythic. Fulminator Mage here, very cool. Nice new art on that as well. Really love that. Sigarda, Host of Herons. Very nice there. So cool for this. Like that a lot. Maelstrom Pulse, again, very good card. And moving on around here, Lord of Extinction. I've never seen this. They were saying it was a commander card. I feel like this is probably just a commander card. I'm just not familiar with the card. So that's cool. Like the art here. Looks like a weird whale, like hammerhead shark thing. Leovold here is very cool. I think this is the, second time Leovold's been printed here since Conspiracy. Gaddock Teague, very cool card to have in the Modern format in your sideboard. So this is another one where the art kind of just gets shifted down and widened instead of actually zoomed in here. So that's interesting. Vengevine is very cool to see. Love Vengevine in the Modern formats. Just getting expanded here. Tarmogoyf is new art and very interesting art, to say the least. I think this is probably the most weird looking version of Tarmogoyf we've seen. However, I do think as far as like it being like it's a force to be reckoned with, it definitely kind of you know, pushes that vibe out there for you. Next up, we've got Noble Hierarch, a card that desperately needed to be printed and is now here in Ultimate Masters, so that's very cool. Life from the Loam is another card that I feel like we thought it needed to be reprinted, or it did need to be reprinted. I can't remember specifically. Very good card there for that. Eternal Witness is here, very cool card. And again, another uncommon that's getting kind of the box topper treatment. I'm not kind of complaining with Eternal Witness over Kitchen Sphinx the same way, because Eternal Witness is one of those cards where it's kind of useful in every format, so very cool. Through the Breach here, new art, and this is basically Nahiri fighting the Eldrazi that she trapped in the moon there, so very cool. I'm not a big fan of the Emrakul art. I guess Emrakul in general, but you know, it's very on the nose with the art here. So still like it though. I still think Through Breach is great for those combo decks in Modern. Next up, we've got Bale Fire Dragon. The second time this has only been printed, because I believe this was only printed in the Innistrad block way back when. Very cool card for Commander. Next, of course, we've got Tassiger the Golden Fang, and no bananas. Where the bananas? I need some bananas in this art. There are no bananas, and that's kind of sad here. But it's fine. It's fine. Looks great either way. Very good card in Modern. Next up, we've got Reanimate. And I believe this is Grave Titan. They've reanimated here with the new art, so that as well. Very cool. Mikaeus the Unhallowed. Interesting pick here. Not a big fan of this, honestly. It's fine for Commander, I guess, but in the set, I don't really think it's that amazing. And it being a box harbor is kind of weird as well. Liliana the Veil obviously needs to be in here, and of course Liliana the Veil has a box topper version. Very cool, very nice. And Goriel's Vengeance is in here. Very interesting card to see as well in the Ultimate Masters. And of course, it looks fantastic as a box topper as well. Again, one of the things is, like, this is new art. They could have just, like, you know, expanded it, but they decided to instead zoom in on it. So I'm not sure if this is a fast and loose rule they're just kind of using, or if they just wanted to do it because it looked better one way or the other. Not really sure there, but either way, it looks fine. Demonic Tutor here, very nice card, and new arts as well, and just great overall. Kind of looks like a card that might have been printed in like Ixalan with the pirate there, but whatever. We also have Bitter Blossom here. Love Bitter Blossom, and I love the zoom in here of Bitter Blossom. Again, kind of the same rule where it's like this is art that was made specifically for this card, and they're just kind of zooming in. But sometimes they don't do that, so I don't know. Temporal Manipulation here, interesting card. Definitely a cool card in the Modern deck for the Turns deck, so very cool for that, and a nice kind of expanded art there as well. Snapcaster Mage getting reprinted again. I feel like this is the fourth time Snapcaster Mage has been printed since Innistrad, something like that. It's been printed a lot. Yeah, nice to see it. Hopefully it'll stay a little bit lower, but I doubt it in price. But still a very good card for those control decks out there in Modern. Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre here. Very nice to see this, and looks great when it's got you know, that expanded little thing there. Kozilek, the Butcher of Truth here. Very nice looking. And of course it has the expanded art as well. Then we have Karn Liberated, which is very nice to see. So very cool for this, and I really like the expanded art on this one because it kind of, I feel like out of all of them, with Liliana as well, the Planeswalker arts like kind of mirror the Planeswalker Mythic Edition cards the most. Like they probably could have gone the full border, but they didn't. So very strange on that. We also have Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn. Okay, so very nice to see as well. Looks great in the wide format there. And that's it. That's all of the cards I showed for today. So the biggest thing to take away from this is this set is incredibly expensive at $335.76 per box, and that's MSRP. So because there's so many expensive cards in this pack, I assume that this is going to be even more expensive than that. So if you find a local game store that's selling it for $335, you probably want to pounce on that because they're probably going to jump these up to, you know, maybe $350, maybe even $400, and $34.99 per 3-pack blister pack. That might be a cool way to keep the MSRP down a little bit at the beginning. But again, just kind of one of those things where I feel like even that might even go up a little bit based on what is in this set here. We don't know all the rares just yet, so kind of want to hold off on, like, you know, pre-ordering all that kind of stuff. But I'm assuming that the rares we saw Dig Through Time, perhaps, I'm assuming the rares in this set are also going to be ridiculously expensive as well. So very cool to see that as well. Really like that they're kind of going all out for the Ultimate Masters. Very nice to see that. Kind of a, you know, a nice reprieve from the past couple of Master sets. I think I saw in the comments somewhere, I think it might have been on Discord, where we were talking about, you know, one of the box toppers would be a Tree of Redemption, and it would have been amazing if that was the case. But I'm kind of like impressed, honestly, that Wizards of the Coast kind of kept this under wraps for so long, because this is coming out December 7th, so in just barely a month. 2, 3, 4, yeah, in 4 weeks. It's coming out on a Friday. That's insane how we didn't know about this until now. Very happy to hear that, of course. I'm always like excited whenever stuff like this happens, like where we don't know about it and then we get an announcement and then it's like coming out like right then. Like that's like the best way to announce stuff, other than like the 3-month cycle of like, we know a new set's coming out and then here's the leak, you know, 2 weeks before actual previews actually start. And then I have to be like, oh, I gotta make a video on that, you know. So I really appreciate it when it's like a real surprise and it's always genuine like this, and that's super fun to know. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like to, of course, if you like us, comment below for sure what you think is going to be in the set as rares and uncommons. I'm not sure if they're building this to be just a draft set. Obviously, it's not a draft set based on, you know, what is in it. They said you can draft with it, but they're more talking about it being a quality, like upper tier collectible item instead of being a set that you actually want to play with. I'm not sure if that's the real case as far as how the box kind of shakes out. But I would like to know what you guys think in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video when we start talking more about Ultimate Masters, because this is awesome. Peace. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome MTG content just like this. And make sure to tap the bell icon to be notified whenever a video is made live. If you want to keep watching content, here are 2 more videos for you. This video and many others are sponsored by MTGO Traders and Cape Fear Games. Buy and sell digital singles to build your online collection today with MTGO Traders, and get your paper singles, accessories, and much more from Cape Fear Games. Whatever your Magic needs, both places have you covered.